I'm sorry, I had to sell my ether.
I don't understand. I thought we were hodling.
Yes, we were, but the price started going down.
But the fundamentals are still good. That's why we're investing.
I know why we're investing.
I don't think you do.
Oh, yeah.
If you did, you'd still have your ether.
Huh.
See, you know how to buy your ether. You just don't know how to hodl your ether.
Good point.
And that's really the most important part of the investing. The hodling. Anybody can just buy and panic sell them.
I'm sorry I had to sell my ether.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. It's Monday, back on the grind. As you guys know, a lot of your favorite YouTubers are all on a cruise right now. Little jealous of that, guys, but it's all right. I'm here with you guys on a Monday. We're going to go over what's happening. Same old, same old. We could probably skip over this. However, I'll give it a quick refresh live. See where we're at. Okay, we really haven't moved much. We've been sitting around 195 billion. Bitcoin dominance still going up. As you can see, lots of red again today. Bitcoin sitting around $6,300. And if we look at the biggest gainer of the day, we have Waves up 25.89%. Now, why is this? Well, the only thing that I could find out is that people have been really anticipating the update of smart contracts on the mainnet. That's today. So there you go. Would I buy into it right now? No, but not financial advice. If you want to rush into this, go right ahead. I think that this is a buy the rumor, sell the news type thing, but what do I know? You know, crazy crypto, guys. Now, if we have a look at the chart, you will see that we're very familiar with this steady decline all the way down. However, this chart that we're looking at right now is not the current chart. In fact, this is all the way from October of 2013. Okay, so look at this. I just want to show you guys. This is what this bear market looked like for people back in the day. When they hit the all-time high, Bitcoin was around $1,100, and it plummeted all the way down to about 200 and, well, actually, if you take this low down here, we had a $168 Bitcoin before springing back up again. Now, if we fast forward, things change. You can see now, these are just little blips on the charts, right? Currently, we're finding ourselves, where I've drawn my line right here. So as you can see, these are very common in the markets to have these types of cycles. Now, the interesting thing is, we joke, okay, crypto January 2018, crypto September 2018, all right? But, I'm seeing a lot of people giving up. I'm starting to see more of these posts on Reddit like, I can't take it anymore. This guy says, lost a ton buying at the all-time high, bought every dip. Last week, I finally had hopes of recovery, saw green, decided to still hold. Now, this is some bull. I can't keep diluting this anymore. I wish all the other hodlers good luck. As for myself, I'm done. And these are the types of comments that you're seeing. You're reading really negative comments all over the place. If you have a look at this chart that this guy did over on TradingView, he basically was comparing the three market cycles. You have, bull 1, bear 2. And this is he's got this in a bit of a different way. I think there's the log versus the linear. But, you come down here and you have this guy saying that bull number 1 was times 3,200x. Bull number 2 was 544x, which was 17% of number 1. Bull number 3 was 92x, which was 17% of number 2. So bull number 4 should, if it follows the pattern of being 17% of bull 3, would be 15x. That says that would make Bitcoin 300K at the next bull run whenever it eventually does come, right? But what are you going to do, guys? I mean, is it going to come again? I don't know. I mean, listen, and here's the thing. You have an opportunity of cashing out right now. If you cash out for a loss, understand that you cashed out for that loss. However, if you do decide to hodl, okay, some people are saying that. Some people are like, I'm putting the Blockfolio away. I'm just going to hodl, not going to pay any attention, right? You can do that. I mean, if you look at statistically, if you had hodled during any of the previous bull, bear, whatever, you'd still be up. No matter where, even if you bought at the all-time high and you hodled, you'd still be up, right? But it's a little different now because that's looking at just Bitcoin. I think we almost have 2,000 tokens and coins right now. So this person also just wanted to let you guys know that if you do decide to hodl, be careful if you're holding ERC20s because if you don't swap to the mainnet, those tokens are going to become useless. So if you do plan on hodling, if you're hodling an ERC20, all right, maybe just pay attention to the mainnet swap or else you're going to come back in a year and be very upset when your coins are worthless because they literally are actually worthless. So I just wanted to point that out. And you also have Anthony Pompliano, very, very popular. He's a really cool dude. He very, very awesome content that this guy puts out. But even he says crypto prices keep dropping, but people still believe the price will rebound quickly. There is no blood in the streets. There can't be a recovery until people forget about the last bull run and truly believe crypto is over.
We called it the Great REKTsession and made silly memes while we watched our bags evaporate.
Now, I have heard this before, like you have to hit that absolute despair. But the thing is you're going to still have guys like me who I'm not ever going to think crypto's dead. Like personally, I think coins are going to die. I think projects are going to die. I think altcoins are going to die. I don't think crypto's going to die. I think Bitcoin specifically will probably survive forever. Realistically, I mean, it's just a relentless digital asset. So that's kind of unsettling, although you do have somebody commenting down here saying you've been perma-bullish during the entire downturn, et cetera, et cetera. But then he in turn says, I'm more bullish than ever. I've been in a long time. So he actually was saying that he is bullish, but, it's, in other words, people have to be at that absolute desperate moment before you see the prices, whatever, really go up, etc. The other thing that I want to talk about is a lot of people were upset. They thought it was a big deal because U.S. regulators, they banned the trading of the XBT providers, Bitcoin and Ether Tracker 1 securities on Sunday, briefly sending cryptocurrency markets tumbling. Wasn't really that much. I mean, it fell about maybe like 7 billion from the time I had looked at it. So they say, citing confusion among investors, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, issued a notice that two ETNs, okay, which are exchange-traded notes, can't talk today, Bitcoin Tracker 1, CXBTF, and Ether Tracker 1, CETHF, would cease trading, but here's the thing, until September 20th. So they're not just getting rid of it. This is another one of those Goldman Sachs things where they're not doing it. They're just, this particular one, they're ceasing it, they're postponing it due to this current issue. So it's not that big of a reason to freak out. And their reason is that the commission cautions broker-dealers, shareholders, and prospective purchasers that they should carefully consider the foregoing information along with all other currently available information and any information subsequently issued by the company. So not bad news. It's just things get twisted and taken out of proportion in these markets as well. And if you want to talk about something really interesting, a majority of accredited and retail investors plan to invest their crypto asset holdings over the next 12 months, according to a survey published by investment platform SharePost. They polled around almost 2,500 retail investors and 528 individual accredited institutional investors, and the survey shows that both consumers and investors remain optimistic about cryptocurrencies. In spite the 60% decline in the valuation this year alone, at least 59% of investors and 72% of consumers confirm that they are planning to buy more coins in the next 12 months. Moreover, 57% of investors and 66% of consumers expect crypto valuations to grow next year. But we shouldn't get excited, right? We should just all doom and gloom, right? Let's lose all hope, and then the price will go back up, right? Let's do the Warren Buffett style. And the other thing, too, is I was very shocked to see you have Andrew Ross Sorkin, author of Too Big to Fail. He mentioned Bitcoin on CNN, stating that it is spreading fast, and new generations trust in it more than central banks. He painted Bitcoin in a positive light as a way to get free from central power. So it's nice to see people talking about Bitcoin in a positive manner. In fact, we've recently had these articles coming out that saying criminals prefer cash over Bitcoin, which is a flip of the cards, because usually Bitcoin's getting painted as the choice for criminals, right? But now we're actually realizing that because of the distributed ledger is available to everybody, we can all clearly see what's going on. Obviously you can't, well, I mean, technically, if you do like coin joining and coin mixing, you can kind of be semi-anonymous on Bitcoin. But for the most part, guys, criminals are not using Bitcoin to do illegal things. So yeah, that's that. Also, important news that we missed yesterday. I didn't do a video yesterday, guys. I was super, super busy. So much I had to catch up on. So basically, this was the thing with Vitalik. Ethereum's price continues to fall. He says that the current adoption strategy is nearing a dead end. You might have already heard this story, but if you didn't, I'm going to tell you anyway because I didn't report it. So he says the blockchain space is getting to the point where there's a ceiling in sight. If you take the average educated person at this point, they probably have heard of blockchain at least once. There isn't an opportunity for yet another 1,000x growth anytime anymore in the space. Vitalik does provide a glimmer of hope, however, and he calls on those who are already interested interested to get involved in a more in-depth way. Go from just being interested to real applications of real economic activity. Okay? And this is exactly what I plan on doing. In fact, I was going to do a live stream because I wanted to tell you guys there's going to be a lot of changes to my channel. I know I mostly just do news and interviews, but unfortunately the interviews with these up and coming projects, nobody cares about because of ICOs. So I get it. I hear you guys. You're not interested. So what I'm trying to do is I want to start actually moving and trying applications. I'm going to start downloading these things. I'm going to start doing reviews, not paid reviews. I'm just going to do them. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm downloading this. I'm going to try it out for a couple days, tell you how I feel about it, see what's working, see what doesn't work, see if all of these ideas that we've been coming up with lately are actually practical and people could actually use them. You know, I mean, think about people now with their private keys. How easy it is to lose, misplace, forget. And, when you think about onboarding, it's so complicated. So I'm very interested in that. Moving back to the subject, though, I don't want to get off topic. The demand for Ether is nowhere near what it was during the ICO mania of 2017, which caused the price to spike over $1,400 currently. I mean, where are we sitting right now? Yeah, less than $200 for Ethereum. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And you're seeing that there's really not a demand for these ICOs. In fact, look at this. DeepCloud AI, crowdsale postponed. I've been speaking to these guys a lot lately. Really, really awesome freaking group of dudes. They are very legit. They have amazing team members. They have great tech. And they're like, we're just going to postpone it because there's no interest right now. And this is one of like 5 different ICOs just this past week. Actually, I can't remember the rest off the top of my head to postpone it. You have other ICOs that people have been waiting to come out. Like I know Anchor, they haven't released their information, and some of them have even pushed it back. But getting back onto the topic of Ethereum, not to get back on ICOs, the thing is everybody's like, is Ether dead? I had that video, is Ethereum dead? Now, okay, it might have been a little clickbaity of a title, but that's what everybody was saying. Everyone in the community was saying Ethereum's dead. Like literally everywhere you went, it's dead, it's gone, it's whatever. So I was just kind of vibing back and forth on that topic. So you do have Ethereum 2.0 coming out. And not to mention, as though, I used to be really hard on Ethereum, I did. But you got to think to yourself, a lot of these other projects that are copying Ethereum, utilizing the virtual machine, right? What's going to happen when Ethereum actually gets their act together? What's going to happen to all these other projects that are essentially just copycats with little tweaked little consensuses and things, right, that are basically Ethereum copycats. So what I think is we need to focus on what we have right now. Ethereum has the biggest amount of developers as far as a smart contract platform is concerned. And when you scroll down here, you can see some of the things that they're implementing with their proof of stake, which, okay, that's controversial, but we'll talk about that another time. With the Beacon chain and Casper FFG, you have sharding, you have eWASM coming as well. Also, this is the top quote right here from Vitalik. It says, blockchains are politically decentralized, no one controls them, and architecturally decentralized, no infrastructural center point of failure, but they are logically centralized. There is a commonly agreed state and the system behaves like a single computer. So kind of going into all this detail, you see that there is a lot coming out on Ethereum. And to be honest, I became interested in this myself. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen Hashoshi. He is an Ethereum developer. Now, he has a YouTube channel. It's very small. He's just kind of gotten his, just kind of got the ball rolling as far as YouTube goes, but he's been involved in blockchain and, cryptography for quite some time. And I'm actually having him on the channel tomorrow because I want to address the issues, what he thinks about Ethereum, the whole situation, basically addressing the FUD versus the reality expectations. So you guys can look forward to that tomorrow, okay? So we'll talk about that tomorrow, enough for today. So moving on, I want to talk about some coin news. So we've seen Kucoin, their latest reports are showing that they're expanding into the Australian markets. They've recently invested $3 million in Bitcoin Australia. So as per the CEO of Bitcoin Australia, Rupert Hackett, the partnership is such that Kucoin would be targeting high net worth individuals, while Bitcoin Australia would work towards attracting the mass markets. So just a little background on what Bitcoin Australia is. It was founded in 2015 and has since expanded to the Netherlands and Canada as well. They plan to expand to the UK and other European markets in the near future. Hackett also added that while Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have been slowing down and losing price, he was confident that investors still have interest in trading cryptos. As we have seen, although price has decreased, volume has been slowly increasing again. We had that dip. Actually, I think you can see it right here on the chart. Actually, volume's kind of fallen from here. We had sort of that peak right here, but this really was the lowest point. So as you can see, we are starting to go back up, although we took a little hit again recently with the news, but what are you going to do about that? So also, moving on, I wanted to talk about the rumor that Binance is going public with the opening of public restrooms. This is huge news and should bull the market. Obviously, this is a complete joke by producer BTF. He's being funny. But there was a rumor that Binance was going public, so I just want to squash this immediately. Binance has no plans for an IPO. CZ has already made a comment on this, so before the rumors start, you heard it here first. No public IPO from his mouth. Okay, so there you go. Moving on. I also wanted to give a massive shout out to Chill Zone International for doing his Elastos TV box series. This is part 1 of 3, detailed breakdown of TV box ecosystem. I gotta say, I am so unbelievably impressed with the Elastos community, the way that you guys just bind together. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Elastos, but I feel like I get so busy, and every time I want to do a deep dive, somebody else already comes out with the video, so definitely check this out. This is part 1 of 3. Really in-depth, very interesting if you guys want to know more about how that product is going to work. We also have this infographic that's been released from CPChain. It explains their ecosystem, how everything is tied together, the industries, technology, tokens, masternodes, partnership. So I'm just going to drop this here for you guys. It's an image from Reddit, so you guys can click it if you want to read more about that moving forward. Also, we have Banyan Network again with another update. So they've launched in Chinese. Community users can participate in data governance by receiving data collection tasks. They've also had their first paying customer, second and third batch of super data sources plugged into DVN, as well as some global marketing and operations updates that you can also check out here as well. I know that the market hasn't been kind to anybody, but especially not kind to Banyan Network. So it's nice to see that they're still in the back getting things done. We also have announced Monday that Chain, which raised more than $40 million from financial institutions, including Visa and NASDAQ, is in the process of helping define the narrative for business interest in the technology through its partnership and stage appearances. So it has recently acquired in an undisclosed deal by Lightyear.io, startup building on the Stellar protocol. So this closed last Thursday, and the deal is going to find both brands combining to form a new entity called Interstellar, and you're going to have Jed McCaleb, the creator of XRP and Stellar protocols, as the CTO. So a lot of people are super, super pumped about this, but it does say that while terms of the deal were not disclosed, Ludwin affirmed in an interview that shareholders were bought out and that it was a good deal for investors. I actually forgot to say Adam Ludwin is the CEO, by the way. But it's also notable that said Interstellar does not intend to play an active role in the market for the Stellar cryptocurrency XLM, saying that Interstellar is a software play. It's about the platform layer to make the network as powerful and useful as possible for those organizations that want to leverage Stellar. So this is interesting because we've seen similar things even with Ripple, where you're having banks kind of on board, but they're not going to use the actual XRP token, so kind of take this news however you will. We also have this is kind of just whatever. So someone made a light bulb that changes color and intensity based on live BTC USDT price data from Binance. As we can see right here, kind of getting some, live whatever. And they've also made a website that changes colors based on, market sentiment and prices as well. Maybe we'll just come back next week. I'm sure it'll change. So, moving on to some crypto news, we have the WeChat messaging app is continuing its efforts to block official accounts that involve cryptocurrencies. This is not the first time WeChat has blocked and banned accounts. So now they're targeting Bitmain and some other accounts that have price predictions. So as of the time of writing this article, this is what their notice that they released had said. It said, following users' complaints, the platform WeChat has reviewed and discovered that this account, without having acquired authorized credentials or licenses, has been publishing and distributing information of relevant businesses it is involved in. Whatever the heck that means. And so this is basically what people are getting. You're just getting this error message. Obviously, it's all in Chinese. So, hey, it's only a matter of time till they shut down my channel too, right? They could, right? Look what happened with Alex Jones. So this is why we push for decentralization. So let's talk about some good news. There's got to be some good news out there, right? So today, SecureLogic announced TrustGrid, which is a new blockchain-based platform that's behind New South Wales' ongoing rollout of digital driver's license and a variety of other potential applications. So putting driver's license on the blockchain, not a bad idea. This is very similar to like what Civic has been doing with IDs, except this is actually through the government themselves. So this is interesting. They've actually been doing initial testing since around November of last year with 1,400 persons in the trial. That has been doing quite well. So to report on it, they said smartphones have become de facto wallets and we're using cutting edge technology so that drivers can use a digital license in everyday scenarios. And they go on to say that the Dubo trial was a big success and drivers gave it thumbs up. There you guys go. So that's really awesome news moving forward. And before we go, guys, I just wanted to let you know that we do have another episode of Token Tank tonight. It has Celernetwork. Unfortunately, I'm not in this episode. I've already spoken to Celernetwork. I did a really in-depth review with Mo Dong once already. So if you guys are interested, you can watch that interview. I figured it would just be best to give other people an opportunity because I kind of asked all the questions I needed to. But hey, I support the Token Tank, and I'm going to drop that video tonight anyway, even though I'm not in it. So that being said, moving on, Vitalik Buterin, Italic Buterin. That's my last joke of the day, guys. Not the best. That being said, I freaking love you guys. It's Monday. What are you going to do? I appreciate everyone that still keeps, after all of this, coming back to the channel, supporting me. It really means a lot. You know, I go through this journey with you guys. I'm here every single day. You guys know that. And yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time, and patience, which is something that most people do not have, is something that is going to be quite needed moving forward in this space. However, Bitcoin's not going anywhere. I'd be surprised if Ethereum is actually dead, and I have a lot of faith in a lot of projects out there. So just, you know, don't overextend yourself. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose. If now is not a comfortable time for you, you know, most of us have day jobs. Continue to just put that money in the savings. It's okay. You don't have to invest every single week. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'm not a financial advisor. Whatever. Anyway, guys, you guys are awesome. I freaking love you. Thanks for coming back to the channel. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.